Hi everyone. So, about 2 weeks ago, I posted this video titled "How Are You Feeling Today?" And it was just some encouragement to each and every person who clicked on it. Because the truth of the matter is, we're all going through stuff, and because I didn't know exactly what you are going through, I tried to sum all of it up and put it in that one video. And I talked about people lacking faith, lacking hope, being anxious, lacking peace. And I remember when I was talking about lacking peace, I used this scripture, Philippians chapter 4, verses 6 through 7, where Paul was talking to the Philippians and told them, pray about everything, tell God all that you need, and be thankful for all that he has done. And he'll give you the peace that surpasses all understanding. And who had just made a video on how to get peace? This guy. Who got into a situation that made him lack that peace that he was talking about? Also this guy. And I must admit that for a few hours, I was failing at this. And somehow, in my image, I believe God was just somewhere in our corner, just looking at me. And he was like, bro, you talked about it. Be about it. It's time. You can't preach water and drink wine. You can't talk about peace and live like this. And immediately I came to him and prayed. Then it hit me that Philippians chapter 4, verses 6 to 7, it doesn't just say pray about everything, tell God all that you need, and you'll have the peace that surpasses all understanding. No, it says pray about everything. Tell God all that you need, okay? But be thankful for all that he has already done. So yes, go to him with all that you want, but also remember the things that he has already done. And I remember this preaching by Bishop Alan Givner of JCC. I think it was either in 2011 or 2012, but the point is, he said, being thankful is being thankful, because when you walk in gratitude, you live in content. Wow, that was me right now. Here we don't quote anyone, we quote ourselves. Anyway, so yeah, when you walk in gratitude, you live in content. And immediately I started remembering everything that God had done for me. It then just hit me that the things that God had allowed me, the things that he had given to me after praying for them, were much more than the things that he kept back from me. And even more importantly, the things that he actually gave me and gave me access to, they were much more important than the things I didn't have. I needed them much more than the things that I didn't get. And when I tell you that this realization came with this peace that Paul was talking about, because it doesn't matter what you get, but your attitude changes. Like for me, some of the things that made me lack peace last week, some of them have not been sorted yet. But my attitude has changed. It's no longer God, when, God, how will this happen? God, why are you not letting this happen? God, if it's your will, it will happen. All I have to do is trust you. I've already told you I want it, but if it's your will, you do it, Baba. I came across this video on TikTok which was talking about the silver lining that comes with what we see or term as unanswered prayers. And we all know the story of Job, how he suffered, he was tormented by Satan because of no fault of his own. It's almost like the whole book of Job is Job just crying out to God like, God, I don't deserve this. God, I am righteous. God, I have never failed you. I've never crossed you. And like, why me? Why is this happening to me? And we all know how it ended. Job was eventually restored and replenished twicefold what he had lost. The point I'm trying to make, it comes at the initial part. So let's backtrack a bit to Job chapter 1, where Satan apparently was patrolling the earth. And when he was done, God asked him, have you noticed my servant Job? Then God goes on to say, he is blameless, he has integrity, he fears the Lord, and he stays away from evil. And Satan was like, he's only all these things because you've given him all he wants and needs. And God was like, is that really how you think it is? Then take away everything. Everything that you think makes him loyal to me, everything that you think makes him steadfast, take it all, just don't kill him. And true to that word, Job lost his children, his sons and daughters, his property, his animals. He even got sick. Yeah? And he went through all this. But the point I'm really trying to make is, if there's something I admire, if there's something I want personally, is for God to look at me and say, this guy I can bet on. Out of the 7.7 billion plus people in this world, I can look at this guy and say, this one is steadfast in me. He is loyal. He can bet with Satan using me, saying that it doesn't matter how you make this guy feel like I'm not answering his prayers. It doesn't matter how you can lie to this guy, but he is steadfast in me. He's faithful to me.
The simple things are your blessings. Simple things, them are your blessings, your blessing. Simple things are your blessing. And you don't notice your blessings.